You've heard me talk about Squares golf shoes and how they help you hit the golf ball further. And many of you are saying, oh, come on, Faldo, give us a break. How is that possible? But yes, they do. And it's proven with science.
What we noticed with the Square shoes was the shoe keeps the pressure in a more stable fashion towards inside of the trail heel, allowing pressure to get to the lead side, generating much more club and speed and distance gain.
Visit squares.com. Change your shoes, change your game. Squares, the distance golf shoe.
All right, we're back, and we're going to wait because we see in the monitor that Greg is trying to find another hat to put on.
Another hat?
Yes, he's trying to get another hat on. Don Quick with you, along with Bill Quabos, and now where in the world is Greg Wise? And as he has a plethora of different hats he wants to put on.
Cabo hat. Okay.
Does this not look like me?
Yeah, it looks like you. It does.
I love it. How many hats have you acquired there in
During
Mexico?
your trip?
Just two so far.
So far.
Okay.
So far.
You got your other golf course and everything that you're going to be playing on. So, yeah, that's cool. So I'm glad that we decided to extend it and cover more on what's going on, what you've accomplished so far in your journey. So I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of these photos that you have for us.
Yeah, isn't that terrible?
That is a terrible view.
That's terrible.
Terrible.
So is that the front of the resort that you're at?
Actually, there's three in a row. There's Cabo del Palmar.
Mm-hmm.
There's this building, which is the private residences, so you can do a shared time, and that's really expensive. And then where we are on the other side of that building is Villa del Arco, and you'll see a couple pictures of that in just a minute. But we kind of concluded with the turtle adventure, let's call it that.
Mm-hmm.
At the pool, they showed a sign that said turtle release 6 a.m. Sunday morning. And we said, what is that? And then we started getting information. And this one gentleman named Omar works this beach. There's no protection of the tortugas or turtles, as we call them.
Mm-hmm.
And so he works every night from May through September, digging up what moms will come up on the beach and lay their eggs and then depart, which takes about 45 minutes to an hour. And during that time, they drop their eggs. They find their location. They drop their eggs and they return to the sea, never to see the babies again. And he goes out and harvests all these eggs every night and then incubates them for 45 days in his apartment. And then when they release, he marks his little, you'll see these styrofoam coolers, but he marks them where they came from. And he goes back and releases them at that same place, because next year, as they mature, and the year after that, as they mature to come deliver their eggs, they come back to the same beach. How that all works, I have no idea. But so we were down there. We were down there right away to see what they did. Mm-hmm. And this is actually the baby turtles, 4 hours old. Wow. In the styrofoam coolers that they came out of the ground to go in, and then they're incubated.
Get a smiley face that he drew on there. That's cool.
Uh-huh. And these are the little girls that showed up that morning to actually release one of the containers. They're with one of the organizations that their must-be grandmother helps with. Mm-hmm. And they were there to release their batch of turtles. So there was 400 turtles being released that morning.
I don't understand is maybe you found out more information, because recently when I was in Ormond Beach, they had turtles there, but they block off the areas.
Oh yeah. In the U.S., they absolutely stake them out. And if you go in that, you can be arrested and thrown in jail. Mm-hmm. The Mexican government really doesn't do anything with these, and they've almost become extinct in this area for that
Oh, wow.
that version of turtles.
Mm-hmm.
And so Omar took it upon himself years ago to start doing this every year. And he works as a volunteer, getting paid nothing all the way up through November of releasing turtles.
Now,
So,
can I ask? Let me ask you something real quick. When he digs up these eggs,
Oh,
I
you're
mean,
going to see it in just a minute.
does he actually get all the eggs on the beach, or he misses some?
You'll miss one or two, and then well, you have to understand that when Mama puts them out there, the older Mama is, she could the record on the beach is 166 eggs in one drop.
wow.
So these eggs are about the size of a golf ball,
So
and they're leathery sack. And so, you may end up losing one or two of them in the process of her digging a hole, packing it in, and then returning to the sea. And then humans handling them. I mean,
I was just gonna. Where does the extinction come from, though? If there's that many eggs being laid, is it humans are destroying the eggs by accident, not knowing that they're walking in that area, or just
They intentionally
purposely-
taking them.
Yeah.
they're intentionally taking them. They're considered a delicacy here. It's like when you break up an egg, and let's say an egg breaks,
Yeah.
it's a yolk and a membrane, just like a regular egg. So you could take it home and pop it open and fry it.
Fry it. No.
So besides the birds and all the predators, and right off, you'll see a picture of it where we're at in Cabo, right off of the condos where we're at is the stone of the Arco. El Arco is what the name of it is. And there's a whole pack of seals. So anything in the sea is going to work to catch those little turtles, and that's their food. And Omar told us that he has about a 98% delivery rate. Let's call it a delivery rate when he does those turtles, but very slow, very low rate when he actually gets them to the water. Because once they're in the water, they're just a little speck in the water, and they could be gone in 50 feet off the beach.
Yeah.
So the more you harvest, and the more you put back, the more chances are they'll make it.
Wow. Do the humans actually handle these? We see the styrofoam containers. Those that are watching us on YouTube TV. And
Okay,
Facebook
so here's Omar actually dumping them out. He kind of scratched a little line, and the water was coming up as far as where he was dumping them, and they immediately start moving towards the water. I mean, it was 6:15 by the time we got to this point, and they immediately start going.
Those look like the turtles that are born in Hawaii.
Sea
Yeah.
turtles.
Yeah, pretty
They
much
look
the same
just like
thing.
that. And they're protected in Hawaii because my daughter posted the photos of the ones on the Hawaii beach, and they'll put the things up to block the barricades and everything.
Oh, there's a video. Look at this.
Oh, look at that.
Just like little army troopers going down the beach towards the water.
Wow.
And this is Omar with his shirt on, and basically that's the rescue team that he doesn't take any money for this, but they've got a group that helps him work on saving these little turtles.
Nice.
And like if you step on the beach, you can see some of the turtles have actually gotten stuck in footprints.
Yes.
So you have to be really careful. And the water's coming up. So you could be taking a picture of a turtle getting splashed, and it's gone like that next instant.
Yeah, it gets taken out to sea. What's the story with those buoys out there? Is that a net that they have?
Well, that's an area no. It's an area where boats can come in to the resort and pick up people like a water taxi over to Cabo or jet skis or whatever.
Gotcha.
So they're out there. The sun is just barely up. And so if they get stuck, they actually reach down and help them get moving.
That is too cool. Look at that. Instincts. Take me to the water. Oh, look at that
There's,
one.
there's
Just
one
keep
that got
swimming.
stuck and the
Just
lady,
keep swimming.
yeah. So I keep going, keep going, keep going.
I can do it. I can do it. I can do it.
And that's actually the track we found from the next morning we were actually walking and saw this track and then was totally intrigued. That's a mama going back to the water.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And this was actually, well, I tried to enhance it as much as I could, but this is one of the turtles that were up against the seawall that had come up, and you'll see the pictures of what the result is in a minute. But she walked up to the seawall. She's now in the position to put eggs in the ground. She has dug her nest.
Yep.
And so this was about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And no flashlights, no flash photography. If you're out there at the mercy of whatever your camera can pull off.
You were out there at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
They don't start coming out of the water until about 11 o'clock through 1 o'clock the next morning.
I heard a ventriloquist at the same exact time. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You almost sounded like a woman.
So this is actually, he had dug open, she's on the nest now. So she's actually delivering eggs.
Yes. Wow,
So
that's amazing.
she's delivering her eggs right now.
I've never seen that before. That is amazing. Wow.
So it's amazing things that the Golf the Wise Way people do.
That is crazy. I've never seen anything like that. That's like deep. That is really, really cool.
This particular nest produced 98 eggs.
Holy cow.
So there she is again.
They all look like golf balls. Yeah. They really do.
You'll
they
see
look like
them
they got the line so you can line up your putt.
Maybe that's where that came from.
Yeah, maybe. They look perfectly round.
So she's just about done. She actually had tried to dig 3 nests and didn't like it, and the third one actually worked.
Okay.
So she was taking a rest for a while, so we went to do a different nest that was just maybe 100 feet down the road.
Okay.
On the beach wall. And so we kind of left her alone because she was resting.
Yeah.
And she had worked hard for 45 minutes to get this nest dug.
Wow.
So here's actually a guy that was getting his nest ready, and you can see the box up here in the middle that's where those eggs stay for 45 days. They hatch together. They hatch just like they would in the natural sand.
Wow. That's crazy.
And those are the eggs from that.
They look
so
like
they're almost golf balls. One of my Facebook posts said there's got to be a comic here somewhere.
Yeah.
Are those shells? I mean, because it looks like she's dropping them some distance, and like the eggs are landing on top of each other. So are those shells not so delicate?
They're almost like a leather, and they're actually obviously filled with the sac and the yolk and all that to make the turtle.
Right.
But you can handle them. I mean, he was grabbing them 5 and 6 at a time and putting them in the bucket. Wow. So you can handle them gently. Us as newbies, we're like, oh my God, he goes, just get hold of them in his Spanish tongue.
Yeah.
So that's him actually putting them in the container. He takes sand from the nest. So they stay with their natural sand, let's say.
Right.
Oh, well, let me get past that. I think that's pretty close to what I must not have grabbed the one that Beverly
that's beautiful there too. Look at that.
Yeah.
And
that's the pool.
Where we actually harvest that one was actually right here at this corner on the left-hand side where you see the little tents.
Yeah.
Just below that seawall was where that nest was found.
Oh, wow.
So they come up, and out there in the rocks are probably 150 seals. So if they see hatchlings going, they're obviously there for their free breakfast.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's terrible, but
it is
really
they eat all 98 in seconds.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That is
And then
beautiful.
last night's dinner was at Gardenia's, which is
Shrimp and fish tacos.
no, that's where we were told that the residents eat because it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And we went in and bought a taco for 80 pesos, which
Uh-huh.
seems pretty expensive, but figuring the calculation of the difference was about $4.25.
For a taco.
So yeah, you go to dinner and see prices like 350 with a dollar sign, and you go,
No.
but that's like $15.
Oh, okay. It's nice. I've seen those places, and I'm looking at that. Is that your brother-in-law over there?
Yeah,
Now-
that's
now,
John.
one thing I will tell people: if you visit New Mexico, one thing you want to do is you don't want to convert all your money.
You mean
They
Mexico?
do like U.S. cash,
Mhm.
but make sure you have $1 bills, $5 bills, and $10 bills, because whatever change you get back in pesos.
Well, the other thing that you can spend US dollars here, but they really require you to use what they term clean, no rips, no tears, no marks, or they'll give it back to you and say this isn't acceptable, and figure out a different way to do it. Most all credit cards are used here,
Mhm.
and we found that it's easier to pay in pesos versus US dollars because you get the conversion rate that day versus when the bank finally gets it. You're taking a risk whether it's high or low,
Right.
but all credit cards are used. And coming in a cruise ship the other day, Carnival was here one day. They were here from like 4 o'clock in the afternoon to like noon the next day. So they spent a day here, but the town just doesn't do justice in a day. Like you had mentioned, you came off the Princess Cruise Line. You don't even have any idea what's here.
No.
Just doing it this way.
Well, we were just able to drive to the golf course, and before we had, we got to go back in about an hour. So yeah, you're right. I mean, when you take a cruise,
which golf course did you go to?
I can't remember the name of it. It was in Cabo, and it was not that far off the shore. It was only 20 minutes away from the dock. So
was it Quivira?
It could, yeah, I think so.
You would have seen Quivira coming in around the point of Cabo, where one of the holes kind of goes off and then comes right down the cliff to the edge of the cliff.
Yes.
Okay, that's Quivira. That's where we're playing Thursday.
Oh, nice.
That's a Jack Nicklaus course, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
that's gonna be cool. So we'll get to see that next week. Well, maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, because we're going to be all together. So next week we'll get to see that. Cool.
If I don't forget to bring a camera tomorrow, then we can see them.
Don't forget. Don't forget. That's all.
Greg Wise, forget to bring a camera.
Nope.
Well, the funniest thing happened the other day because my real estate license is actually moving to another brokerage in Ocala. And the broker called me and said, I need your license information. And I said, well, I'm going to have to go online and find my license information because obviously I don't carry those numbers with me.
Yeah.
And while you're at it, look up my home address because right now I don't remember what it is either. So
you haven't been home in so long.
So he sent us where we live.
That's cool. Well,
awesome.
you're still not going home. We'll see you in
Texas. No, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. You can go to Texas. I'm going to Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma, baby.
Yep, that's where I'm going to. So,
all righty.
Well, we're going to be live from Major Ed's Invitational on Monday. We'll have hopefully some guests, and from my understanding, there's going to be a celebrity sighting that's going to be there. Cato is going to be there.
Cato Caitlin. That's all. Yeah.
So
you know who Cato Caitlin is, right, Mr. Wise?
I'll look it up on Google.
All right, look up Cato Caitlin, O.J. Simpson.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So don't wear leather gloves that day.
Something like that. Yeah.
For Amanda Sensor, for Greg Wise, for Bill Cuevas, I'm Big John Quick, and this has been Big's Golf Talk, and We want to thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you on Monday as well. Our website, www.bigsgolftalk.net or .com, BIGGS, golftalk.net or .com. Until next time, everybody. Until Monday, as a matter of fact. God bless, and
You matter.